Everybody, I'm going to take these off so you can see my eyes and not the ring reflection. How are you today? Welcome, welcome. And I am super excited that we are talking about easy ways to connect with your inner essence. What does that even mean? Well, you're going to have a chance today to talk to one of my most favorite people, my colleague, my friend, who is the Queen of Sway. And she's going to share with you easy ways to tune into your inner essence. So let me bring on my dear friend, Lois Kramer-Perez. Hi, Lois. Good to meet you.
Hi, Brenda.
Good to meet you, I said. Good to see you.
Yes, good to meet you again.
We met a long time ago. So I'm excited that you're here, and I'm going to share some of your amazing knowledge and energy with our group today.
Thank you. I'm always happy to be here and support you, Brenda. We are like meant to sisters from another planet, I say, because we were really meant to converge together through all of our studies and like-mindedness. And it's just so awesome to be here. And what I'd like to talk about today is feng shui for your soul. Now, most people, when they hear about feng shui, it's, oh, where do I put my sofa? Where about my bed? Oh my gosh, my bathroom's in my prosperity area. Do I flip the toilet? What do I do? But when I studied feng shui, I found so much about myself and connecting to myself that I feel before you can even decide what color to paint your room or where to put your sofa, you have to know who you are and really connect to your true essence. So I'm going to share a few things with you today. Well, did you know, first of all, tomorrow is Superhero Day? So I'd like everyone to think about, what is your superpower? And your superpower is being you and showing up as you. So are you the type of person like that when you open your eyes early in the morning, you fly out of bed and off you go, 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 and you feel that if you're confined inside in a room and you can't get out, you get very depressed? Well, that's the energy of the trees. Or maybe you like to stay up late, and when the alarm goes off in the morning, you're kind of snoozing and floating around and you're just in dreamland. Well, you're a water person. It's so important to start connecting with yourself and having an understanding of, how do you operate at your best? When are things flowing with you easily? When do you feel most uplifted? And you may find that on different days, it may be different things. So the first thing I want you to do is notice, where are you sitting now? Is what you're sitting in, is your chair supporting you? Is what's around you, do you like what you see? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel, do you feel supported? Or do you feel like, is somebody behind me? Is something coming? Is something on my head? These are things that we all have a different connection to based on our own true essence. So I want you to really start thinking about when you're feeling at your best and when things are like, do they feel like you're walking through mud or walking through mud? And sometimes you might not realize how much you're affected by the environment around you. It may be going to, even driving down the street. Now, a lot of us, we're getting out a lot more, and we're driving down the street, and all of a sudden I'm like, ugh, what happened? I might be driving through a place, there was a traffic jam, and people were all frustrated, and I'm driving through frustration. I'm not frustrated. I just drove through it. So it's as if I maybe put that coat on that I didn't expect to be wearing. So start noticing when things are shifting and know that you are in charge of you. How are you operating at your best? What are you noticing around you? And a few things that you can do to get connected to yourself is to give yourself the moment to pause. And one of the easiest things I share is to sit down and feel your feet on the floor and just taking a breath. And as you take that breath and release, feel your feet on the floor and you're connected to Mother Earth. Okay, now I'm grounded. Now I have a moment to decide what is my next step, because we want to be sure we're grounded before we take that step. When you're standing on one foot and the wind is blowing, it's not so easy. So get yourself grounded and then make a decision. What is it you want to do? You can put the clues in the space where you spend the most time. to give you that inspiration or reminder without even having to put a Post-it note. You might decide that, I want to start meditating. Oh, but meditating, when I teach my meditation students, a lot of them think, well, I don't have time. I don't have an hour. I can't empty my mind. There are so many different methods. And based on your essence, you can find what works for you. And if you want a reminder, it could be as simple as, oh, today I'm wearing this bracelet. And whenever I touch this bracelet, it's going to remind me to take a moment and take a breath. And I'm going to think about what that bracelet means to me. And that's what I love. Or I might be looking straight ahead, and there I have, I have my pig. So this year, the pig is the best friend of the tiger. And when I have my little pig,
oh, how cute is that?
I can remember, you know what? I am abundant this year because I've got all that I need to be connected to success. I've decided I'm best friends with the pig. I'm best friends with the tiger. The universe has got my back. Different things we can do to remind us in our space to connect to who we truly are. So if you love what you're seeing, be there. If it's not so great, what choice do you have to shift it? Is it something you can replace? Is it something you can move? And if you're sharing space with someone and you happen to be looking at something that they love and you're like, oh, I can't take it, flip it around so you don't have to see it and they can look at it. There are simple things we can do. We want to connect in the most simple way possible. And I know a lot of you have learned from Brenda how important it is to connect with your breath, how to move your body, change your focus, all of these things. Well, that is feng shui for the soul as well. Because when you can connect to being your best, to be yourself on purpose, to find ways to do things that suit you, to surround yourself with not only the things and the colors and the objects that lift you up, but the people you surround yourself with. That is so important because then naturally we connect. And that's why I love Brenda so much. I just have to say hello to Brenda and I already feel inspired because that's the energy she gives to me. And then I can give it back to her. So who you're spending time with, the people you're really attracted to, that's another feng shui for your soul because you are now operating and living your life for the benefits, for your greatest good. And always be open to decide, you know what? This is interesting me. And even if it's just a simple meditation that you want to get a clear thought, a clear mind, you can take a crystal that you love and, whatever it might be, you can hold that crystal and you can ask the crystal to give you the opportunity to get the information for your greatest good, even beyond your knowing. We want to be open past what we know. We want to be excited to find out what we might not be seeing. So your tip today is to really get in touch with you. Take a breath, feel your feet on the floor, and notice how you're feeling. And I'd like you to pay attention for the next rest of this day. Everywhere you go, whatever you might be doing, pause, feel your feet on the floor, and look around. This is easy, or is this a challenge? What are my choices? What feels right about this? And whatever feels right about this, do it more. Get more of it. The people that feel right with you, spend more time with them. And the ones that are challenging, well, take a breath and look at them with the eyes of compassion. And know that because we all feel things and receive information through our own lens, through our own being, someone may not be as comfortable with what we're sharing. So it's not that they are disagreeing or they don't like you, or they just may not be familiar and it's just too much for them to handle. So just be compassionate with people, be kind, and truly love yourself first, connect with who you are, and do the best that you can on each and every day. And that's my shui for the day.
I love that, Lois, and I love that you're gifting everybody with an amazing meditation. It's in the link above us, I believe, or if you're watching on YouTube, it's below in the description. And Lois and I have been friends for I don't know how many years now, and she has taught me every time I talk with her something new about myself or about life or about how energy works. And it's just someone that I find dear, I find near and dear to my heart, but I constantly learn from her. And her meditations are great. And I actually, she every year does my feng shui for my house and for the years. And I can tell you, it's more than the couch in your house, more than, the colors on the wall or anything like that. And we have worked together, I think, for 3 years at least, doing my house. And I can tell you there's been a shift in my relationship with my children, my relationship with my husband, myself, prosperity, abundance, flow, and comfort in my home. So, Lois, I don't know if I really understood what feng shui or the essence of what it is. And I'm so thankful that I found you and that you get to bring this to our community to share, and grateful for you. And for those that have no idea, check Lois out. Lois, drop in the comments. How can I do that? Or maybe just like how to follow you.
Okay.
Um,
I'll share that in a minute. But what I did want to also share with everyone, I have a new feng shui presentation called Chakras and Shui, and I'm doing it through the London School of Feng Shui in May 14th, I believe, on a Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So everyone that takes in the opt-in for the free meditations, I'll respond back to you with the link to get a free ticket to learn about some feng shui, chakras and shui, right? Because again, it's connecting to your true essence. And how does this things in your space connect to what might be happening with your chakras? And I learned so much with Brenda about chakra work and energy work. We're such a great complement from each other, because I love learning from her. The more I spend time with her, the more I feel like my energy's elevated. And the more I study feng shui, because it's a lifelong learning process, the more I realize how everything is connected to everything. And we can get clues and messages and information based on the easiest way we can receive it. And having all of these options, like having a menu of different choices, there's going to be something there that works for you.
So true. So I love you, Lois. Thank you for coming on. Grab her meditation so you get the free ticket to the chakra and sway. Oh my goodness. That sounds amazing. I know the chakras can help you heal in many, 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 many ways. So good stuff. Thank you for coming on today,
Thanks
Lois,
for having me.
and we'll see you next time, guys.